ARMY was made to wonder from the first second the confession was heard. Is it true that Jungkook just leaked something that shouldn't have been revealed? In a moment that felt so spontaneous, a simple sentence about the March comeback simply slipped out of his mouth. And from that moment on, the mood changed. Many got goosebumps, some immediately panicked, and the rest could only retell the video to make sure they had not heard anything wrong. The instructions feel obvious, but they still hang. Jungkook did not mention any long details, nor did he explain the exact concept or date. But precisely therein lies the surprise. His tone sounded honest, as if this was not a script or a mature plan, but something he had kept for a long time. The sensitive ARMY instantly caught the emotional vibration behind his remarks. Is this a sign of an imminent comeback, or just a small snippet of a big plan that is still being kept secret? What made the situation even more jarring was Taehyung's expression shortly after the confession came out. His gaze changed, his smile was restrained, and his reaction could not be disguised. There was no laughter as usual, no laughter. Only short expressions actually speak more than words. Many ARMY speculated, did Taehyung just hear something that wasn't even ready to share with the public yet? Since then, the social media timeline has been filled with theories. Some believe the March comeback is locked in, some feel it's a sign of a deeper emotional concept, and some worry it has to do with the huge pressure behind the scenes. Taehyung's reaction is considered key, an honest response that escapes control, showing that Jungkook's confession is not trivial. What is clear is that one brief moment managed to shake the ARMY around the world. Without an official announcement, without a poster, without a teaser, only through a sudden confession and one expression that cannot be hidden. Now the question remains only, is this really the beginning of the long-awaited comeback, or is it an emotional shock, the meaning of which goes much deeper than just March? ARMY can only wait, while continuing to replay the seconds that made everything change. Interestingly, the longer the footage was replayed, the more small details felt awkward but meaningful. Jungkook took a breath before speaking, a short pause as if he realized his words had already come out, until Taehyung turned for a moment and then looked down again. It all seemed too real to be a coincidence. Some ARMY even said that the expression was similar to previous moments when BTS was on the verge of a big announcement. On the other hand, there are mixed feelings that are difficult to explain. The enthusiasm for a possible comeback is getting closer, mixed with a sense of excitement and anxiety. Many felt Jungkook's confession sounded more emotional than usual, as if this comeback wasn't just a return to activity, but something that carried an unseen weight of feelings, hope, and perhaps sacrifice. Is this a long-awaited comeback being prepared with a lot of pressure? Or is it precisely the healing moment they want to share with the ARMY? Taehyung is back in the limelight, not because of the words, but because of his silence. The silence felt like talking. Some fans interpreted the expression as surprise, while others saw it as a form of caution, as if he realized how sensitive the information was. Not a few felt that Taehyung's expression showed deeper emotions, proud, nervous, at the same time moved. To date, there has been no official clarification, but it's precisely that uncertainty that makes this moment feel so powerful. The ARMY now lives in a waiting room full of speculation, hoping for further explanations, but also enjoying the sensation of a heartbeat that has not been felt for a long time. One brief confession has reopened such a deep sense of longing, expectation, and emotional bond between BTS and its fans. And perhaps that was the most surprising of all. Not just the word March, not just a possible comeback, but how one spontaneous moment is able to shake the feelings of millions. If this is indeed an early sign, then this comeback will feel much more emotional than imagined. The ARMY could only wait with pounding hearts, wondering if the real surprise hadn't even begun. In the midst of that wait, one thing that cannot be ignored is the emotional atmosphere that feels increasingly thick. Many ARMY members felt Jungkook's confession was different from previous spoilers. No awkward laughter, no attempt to divert the topic jokingly. Instead, there was a serious impression, as if the words came out because the impulse was too full. As if Jungkook wanted to say more, but chose to stop right before everything was revealed. Speculation is moving in a deeper direction. Some fans began to associate this moment with BTS, long journey, the hiatus, the pressure they faced, and the longing to get back on stage together. The March comeback is now no longer seen as just a schedule, but a symbol of the return of spirit, of a promise that is slowly being kept, and of an emotional connection that is never truly broken. Taehyung's expression was again discussed, even dissected frame by frame. Some call his eyes teary, others feel he is holding back something, either a sense of surprise, a sense of excitement, or maybe worry. But one thing many agreed on: his reaction was too honest to be made up. And that honesty is precisely what makes ARMY even more emotionally attached. Now, every upload, every little move, every word from the members feels like a puzzle piece. ARMY began to be more sensitive, more alert, but also more hopeful. It was like being on the verge of something big, something long awaited, but not yet fully ready to accept. There is a fear of disappointment, but also the courage to hope again. And perhaps that's where the power of this moment lies. One brief confession, one expression that cannot be hidden, managed to revive the feelings that had been penned up. If it's true the March comeback will happen, then it's not just the music that will return. It's the emotions, memories, and bonds that have kept BTS and ARMY from finding each other, even in silence.